Hi there, Tori again. Today I'm going to show you the whipped backstitch. Now the whipped backstitch is just like the backstitch, except we're going to whip it. What I mean by that is we're going to make it into a nice smooth line where you're not going to see each of these individual stitches. So you can tell there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stitches. When we whip the backstitch, you're going to see no stitches. It's going to look like a nice smooth line. So let me just make a little knot in this because I didn't prepare. And we'll do this one just down here. And zoom it in for you. So first we're going to start with a backstitch. Now, if you're doing this in a pattern, you might have to be a little bit strategic because you're going to start on one end, go all the way down, and then go right back up and end where you started. So if you have a space like at the top, if this is going to be the top of a flower, and you know there's going to be a lot of knots up there, you might want to start on the other end so that you can save that space so there's no knots there. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to add another flower up here later. So let's start at the bottom. You're going to do just a regular back stitch. Now you don't want them to be too small, your stitches, because you're going to have to slide your needle under each of the stitches. So if you make 20 stitches here, you're going to have to do it 20 times. If you make 10, you're going to have to do it 10 times. So just have a think about that. Again, it doesn't matter how big or small you make it, just try to make them consistent. I always find mine get a little bit bigger as they go up. I don't know why. The stitches get bigger, okay? Don't be like that. Okay, so what we're going to do now after we've completed our back stitch is we're going to come right back up at the very top here. And it doesn't matter if you're right-handed or left-handed. If you start this way, then you have to keep going that way. If you start this way, then you have to keep going that way. So you decide which way to start is best for you. And here we go. You're going to slide your needle under each of the stitches. Yeah, and then back over here. Slide your needle under the next stitch. Back over here. Slide your needle under the next stitch. And the next one, and the next one. Now you don't want to pull too tightly, but you also don't want to pull too loosely either, meaning like not pull at all. You just want to make it nice and a little bit snug. Slide in there. And then what I like to do at the very end is kind of give it a little tug down. And it gives a nice twisted effect. Yeah? And your needle goes down at the end. Done. So now you actually cannot see any of the individual stitches at all. You can also make this so less stitches, meaning like, so I've done about what 10 or 7 or something. You can make them much bigger and have a less twisty impact. So this is quite twisty. Do you see? Let's do another one. Let's do one over here. If you make them, ooh, didn't do a knot at the end. That was silly. So if you make them bigger, meaning the stitch is bigger, you'll have a less twisty effect and it'll more just like smooth it out, if that makes sense. So we'll do just 4. Quite big stitches. Yeah, back up at the top. Okay, and now we're gonna whip it. So we're gonna put our needle underneath each one. Always the same direction. I chose right to left. And this is what I mean about it being too loose. So if you did like this, that's too loose. So you just wanna kind of snug it up a little bit like that. Yeah. And then put it right back down on the end. So you can see, saws, how this one here is much more twisty. And this one right here is a little bit more not. Yeah. So either way that you decide to do it is absolutely fine and up to you. So that's it from me today. I hope you have a lovely day, and I'll talk with you later. Bye.